I think it's episode 17. It's going quick. So maybe one day I'll look back and I'll be on episode 52 and done a year of these videos and I'll be like, wow, where did that time go? So a few things have happened to me recently. I mentioned previously that I was looking to redo my process modeling business. Now, strangely enough, because of the idea of setting up a bigger company where I can help companies, and that requires me to do a lot of things outside my comfort zone. So when I think about it, I think of that as being comfort zone out here. Now, when I think about setting up this process modeling business, that used to be up here, but in comparison, it's actually down here. And it seems strange. I don't know if I've tricked my brain and said, well, this is really easy to do and I'm going to do this. So I spent the last couple of weeks really fleshing out what that process modeling business could be. And I really want something that has an impact for people, teaches them exactly what they need to supercharge their career. It will be aimed at business analysts. Um, but I want it to be something that doesn't drown me in work. So gives everybody what they need, but allows me to interact with people when I need to, not be subservient to people's whims and all these questions. So I've looked to try and make it as simple as possible. Now, there's a lot of work obviously setting it up, and I'm going to just try and see if there's an appetite for it. But actually doing it, knowing all this stuff that I've been through for many years, understanding how everything works and fits together, it seems quite a quick thing to set up. Now, there's certain aspects, and you want to add value and make sure that you're targeting the right people and that they actually like what you've got to offer. But I'm only ever going to know that if I test it. So I'm putting it together. I don't know how long it's going to take me to put together, but it's moving quite quickly. And I think as long as I don't allow that perfectionist side of me to creep in and say it's got to be this, this, and this, then I think it will be all right. I think hopefully I could get it up and running and just see how it goes. And again, if it doesn't work, then maybe just let it go for the final time. Let it go out to sea and sink when it does. But I don't know. It's strange how changing your perspectives on how something might be hard actually allows you to focus on it. So maybe it's a way of tricking my brain in the future. Now, what else has been going on? So is currently the summer holiday for the children, and I had the amazing opportunity just to be with them for the whole day, unfiltered. And I made it a promise to myself not to look at my phone or look or be distracted about work. And that's sometimes difficult for me because something's always whirring in the background. I think of an idea for a video or a post or something or an email, etc. Um, and I decided no, for this one day, I'm going to spend time with the children. I hadn't seen them for a while, and I got to see them and spend time with them and actually be present in the moment. And it was such a lovely moment for me. I just really enjoyed it. Just watching them, even if they couldn't see me. We went swimming, and it was great. It really having that time, just letting it go. And I think that's the whole purpose of holidays. And I've not really thought about that for a while, but just switching off your brain. And I know it can be quite difficult when we, have businesses or we think that we always need to be connected. But this made me start thinking, do I need to be connected? I even thought about the idea of going back to an old Nokia phone and seeing, just a phone call and text messages. Would that make my life simpler? Would it be a way of actually not picking up your smartphone and just scrolling through, finding the app and looking for that dopamine hit? Because I think I spent a lot of the time just kind of distracted in that way. And there felt like something so great about just going to the old way of doing stuff. So for the last couple of weeks, I've also found that writing out my ideas, putting it on paper, that's very therapeutic for me, getting my ideas out of my head and putting them on paper. So it seems like going back about 20 plus years. But I don't know having just a normal Nokia phone would work rather than a smartphone, because smartphones are very useful. So um, it's just an idea I'm wrestling with, but yeah, we'll see. But I think overarching all of that, the best part was just having time, not being preoccupied in my mind, committing to a day without any of this interaction, notifications, just being present and enjoying the time with my family. And that was really great. So another thing occurred to me. It's now my contract for my old company is now finished. So that's 4 months that I've actually not been working. And on the surface of it, it seems like I've been unproductive. Now, I've not sat here in my pants and eating Wotsits all day and watching TV. I've been actually doing stuff. Um, and but it can look very unproductive, and it does when I just think of the image and go, well, what can you achieve in 4 months? But what have I actually done? But that time wasn't spent just building a house. It was actually understanding where I want to build that house, what I want to do, what the foundation is going to be, and how can I make that house look like. And a lot of the work is in that preparation, because if you've got the foundations correct and you know that you're building on the right plot of land near a beach or wherever you want, then building the house should hopefully be a lot easier. You're not worried about it falling down when you get to the first level. So it's been unproductive if you look at it that way, but very productive. And I don't think that we do take that time. We're very busy. I've had the luxury of having this time away. I was still paid at this point in time, and I got that moment to have coaching, be focused on looking at what's important to me, what I want, the direction I want to take things, and trying things. And that's a huge luxury. And I would recommend to anybody, if you do have that moment, if you can step away from the busy world. I know, if you've got families, etc., that's quite difficult. But removing yourself from work, especially work that doesn't align with you. Obviously, I was forced into that situation rather than necessarily chose it. But I think it was actually a very good gift for me. And if you can create that for yourself, you've got some security behind you in terms of money. I think it's definitely an activity that many other people should think about. So that's it for me. I don't know when the next video is going to be. I might try and squeeze one in next week. But then I'm going over to the UK to see my family, and I'm very much looking forward to it, spending time with them and just becoming a child again for a couple of weeks. So yeah, thank you for listening, bearing with me. If there's anything you want to hear about, or you want any advice on stuff that I've gone through and I can help you, please put something in the comments and I'll get back to you. Thanks very much.